Yo, welcome back to the channel. You feel me? I'm right here with my boy Bozo. My boy Spooky. It's Spooky, right? Yes. It's Spooky, right here, Spooky. And I hit Bozo last night and I was like, boo, you were in jail for a very long time. And I just found out Spooky was in jail for a very long time. So I was like, we should make a spread. Teach me how to make a spread. Look, fool, already party.
Goofball move, man. I knew it too, eh? I was like, I'm gonna wear a black t-shirt because this shit, but it's cool.
Is it what was it when you guys were locked up? How important is spreads? Like how?
It's a bonding opportunity, and it's a way. You know, a lot of motherfuckers really are from the slums. You know.
Yeah.
So there's motherfuckers that'll be there 20 years, not one package. You feel me? From their family members. So it's a way for us to come together and show unity and structure. Because I'm gonna be real with you, other races, fool, they'll eat in front of each other and not throw each other a fucking crumb, dog. Like when you a homie, you never starve. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you made it worse, fool.
It's all right, fool. You probably got merch in here to give me.
Oh, yeah, I think maybe I have a t-shirt now.
But anyways, yeah. So it's love. You know, like out here. You know, when the family throws a carne asada, that's why we're always throwing carne asada.
Everybody get invited and shit like that.
Everybody gets invited. Puts their little pitch in, whatever they can. You feel me?
So my biggest thing, watching fools do spreads, even like just online, right? Watching fools do spreads, is the creativity behind it. You fools become real chefs in there. Yeah. And it's not because you want to, it's because you have to, right? Yeah. So I even seen one time the homie got out and he's like, homie gets a spread. And he used the card they gave him when he got out to cut like even the shit. Right now we're blessed with a knife. But
well, we used to get vending machine cards in Wayside. It's like a little card to remember to get sodas, Snickers and all that shit. So we'll get those and with our little razor blade to shave, put teeth in it. Like a steak knife. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oh, so then we'll use that to cut shit up. Everything is something. Fool, the inside of chips, the aluminum thing, you make mirrors out of them because there's no mirrors, you know?
You make mirrors out of them?
Yeah, you flip inside out and you peel the shit off and you put it like on a little...
Don't make no fucking mirrors.
On a palabra. On the late potato chips. You know how they're oily?
Yeah.
But when you open them inside, they have that aluminum.
The aluminum, that's silver.
You never noticed it?
So you got, so people don't know, but not all jails have bars. So it's not like the movies.
Yeah.
Where like fools are walking by like, hey, you put your mirror out. Or it is like that.
Yeah.
It's
not all of them. Old school prisons.
Old school prisons.
Now it's big doors.
Big ass doors.
Yeah.
They figured out.
I think since after the 90s they started doing the doors.
You know what's crazy? I've heard you on a pod before. And it's super off the subject, but I heard you say that one time that you're like embarrassed of your generation of how crazy it is.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that
now maybe I mean,
not embarrassed. Not embarrassed.
I know you used that word, but maybe I know you didn't mean it like that. There was context behind it, but you were kind of ashamed.
Yeah,
how crazy it is.
Yeah, well, because we don't want to let it go.
Yeah.
We don't want to let go of the.
I'm gonna help Spooky, right? Because we're supposed to
of the mentality and shit. Like
I don't want to make you seem like Spooky.
Like if you notice, dog, it's like you'll see more raza invest in lowriders than small businesses or in their kids' education or escrow. You feel what I'm saying? And then like when it comes to the hood shit, dog, it's like. We're us as big homies, like older homies that have been around doing shit. Yeah. That's that new shit. You gotta wave some past that little sensor or something to open that trash can.
I got you.
You gotta use an app to open it. But anyways,
that's just so stupid, fool. It's so stupid. I get it though, but But sorry about that, Spooky.
But we're not like curriculum sound. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're not preaching like union jobs. We're not preaching like grants to open up small businesses. We're not preaching a lot of shit that we should have been on like 20 years ago, dog, because honestly, everybody around us is on it, you know what I mean?
On the late train.
So we're super on the late train. I'm just like, damn, like, how is it that we're so intelligent to create all these structures and secret societies, but when it comes to the streets, like, nobody's creating nothing legitimate, you feel what I mean?
But also, some would say that like, a lowrider is an investment.
It's not. You got to chop a car's frame apart to make it hop, so that the value of the car is gone.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I didn't. I always tell people this. I didn't like.
No, and listen, and I get the lowrider culture. Trust me, like I get it.
You respect.
People are happy about you know on the weekends coming out with their family and their loved ones and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I mean?
Very sarcastically. I get it. You want to hang out with your family on the
weekends. I get it, dog.
You can do that without a lowrider.
Yeah, but you can do that, dog. You know how much fools are putting into Lolos?
No,
they're dumping like 100 grand easy in the lowrider. Fool, easy.
I've heard that some fools like their lowriders more than they like their kids.
I'm sure they do. You know what I mean, motherfucker? Yeah, I mean, if they're putting 100,000 into a car instead of their education, then that's obvious where their heart's at. You feel me?
Yeah.
But listen, I might be pushing it a little far saying where their heart's at. Because, you know, I know it takes a lot of hard work.
I know some of you are wondering, dude, I was really into the video. What the fuck is this? But let me tell you what this is, baby. This is PrizePicks. Yeah, PrizePicks. We're back. And let me tell you guys a little bit about PrizePicks. PrizePicks, it's really easy to use. Really easy, like some of your guys' girls. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is pick some of your favorite players, pick more or less, and you can win up to 2,000 times your money. And you know what? If PrizePicks was a person, they would be my godfather. You wanna know why? Because they get money out. And I ain't talking about no $10, no $20, no $50, fool. All you gotta do is invest $5 and you're gonna win 50, win or lose. And a lot of you fools are losers. But once you use code DUNO on PrizePicks, you download the app, and again, use code DUNO, because I know some of you guys are slow, I have to tell you guys twice, you will become a winner. And PrizePicks is the app to go to, baby. And don't forget, more or less. And less could sometimes be better than more, and more could be sometimes better than less, baby. Focus up. Use code DUNO on PrizePicks, baby. Get rock hard and get hard rich with DUNO. Okay, so you gotta break it first.
Yeah. Just not too much, but a little bit, you know?
I'm not gonna do too much. I've always told you this, but I'm a huge fan of your intellectual and when you're talking your shit. I know a lot of people are very
critical of me.
I don't think critical is the word. I think people just aren't used to fools speaking their mind. And sometimes you can be very wild, but I guess in entertaining purposes, it's fun to me. But then I know where your heart's at because I know you.
No, yeah.
But entertaining wise, like if I'm somebody you know what's my favorite episode to watch sometimes when I'm in like the gym or something and I want to go back to like a crazy argument. Yeah. It's you and American Cholo.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like at his old spot.
Yeah.
And I think also the Don Julio was smacking a little bit.
Yeah, it's always smacking.
Because you fools were the tension was high a little bit in there.
Yeah, I be on my shit. I love Don Julio. That's my. I should get sponsored by them.
Should I break it more? This is good.
That's good. If anything, is the water boiling yet?
Yeah, it's boiling. I can't find the top for this.
No, that's cool. No, let it cook.
Okay.
So anyways, what I'm doing today is not your typical spread, you know? Like, we can't make the same spread every day, so this is like the Asian food type of
spread.
You're like orange chicken almost, you feel what I'm saying?
Orange chicken?
Yeah, it's gonna be different than what you're used to eating, you feel what I'm saying? It's simple as but it's very, you know?
You know what?
Tasty and gratifying, you know?
A manwich, is that what they call it?
Manwich is fire.
I was not a fan, so maybe you know what? I wasn't, it felt like it was too much. But
yeah, it's a lot of shit going on.
I didn't see my homie grab a
grape jelly. Yeah, you gotta have the grape jelly.
See, I'm like more like, okay,
and I'm on the Smuckers too, though. You know what I'm saying? Not the fucking whatever they call it, preferred shop or whatever they have. But yeah, I like to talk my shit because I think that too many people get on social media to please other people. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like they're very candid. Those are fresh too. These are the fresh ones. Oh yeah, these are the hot ones. Look at, they're still warm. I think they are with.
Yeah. These are good.
Vallarta. These are fresh at Vallarta. But I think that be cupcaking too much, you know? Because they're afraid of losing followers and shit. And like, I lost my freedom for 10 years, so I don't really fear much, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that it's important to be a contrarian, like to go against like the norm, you feel what I'm saying? Because you know, like even doing what you do, like content, like it's a popularity contest, dog. It's about how much can you be liked, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, and if you're standing on business, like that's not gonna be possible, fool.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important to have a voice of reason instead of have a voice of comfort, you know?
Yeah. I think I like that. Cause I think obviously people like know you because when you speak about like, I guess the gang shit, I guess that's how I'm gonna put it. But I like the other conversation you be having. Now I'm telling you, you be like, I be like, BOZO woke up mad today. I'm gonna go to his story.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a lot of, you know, I don't know, man. There's a lot of opportunity, food, to spread a lot of awareness, dog, and like intellectually drop gems on people right now, you know, with what we're doing, and especially in our culture. Like, let's be real, dog. There's not too many successful foods that come from my background, you know.
Yeah, and the internet has definitely put food in a situation where anybody could just say what they want.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of it, but that's not my world. But it is entertaining to watch, so I get it. I always look at things both ways. So, but it It is kind of crazy.
But you get blackballed and all kind. Like I lost my IG twice. I probably have like 200,000 followers by now, but I'm back at like 21. But to me, it's like it's worth it, fool. I mean, it doesn't really stop my motion. Listen, I'm sure I'd probably be farther down the line if I was nicer or if my approach was a lot more.
Or if you dropped the new Emiliano.
I don't want to, but the thing is, like, I can't.
You already did that. You like that? You like that? No, he doesn't know. That was one of my favorite things. Remember, I tagged you. I go to if you had your old page, you do kind of, right?
No, I don't. Hell no, my shit's gone. Hell yeah, I can't even.
If you go to this fool's old, like if I look up his old page and look up, I reposted that shit when I lived with my sister in 2019. Me and my mom lived in my sister's living room after getting evicted. And I reposted this for shit when you guys were at the park and your homie was doing the.
Oh, me and him were doing it.
Yeah. That shit was because it was. I saw it as competition.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
Well, yeah, it was.
Do it again.
Who's trying to? The reason I don't do that shit now is because I'm bossed up, fool. You know.
Okay, I do that.
I'm bossed up, so like I don't know, dog. It's a different mind state, you know, when you bossed up. Like I don't need to fight for nothing no more. Like what I established is what I got at this point. You feel me? Yeah. And I fuck with everybody. Like I wasn't fucking with everybody back then because there was a lot of weird fake motherfuckers. You feel me?
Do you guys season this?
Yeah, hell yeah, dump them on there.
Okay.
So it was just I don't know. Yeah, but it was hip hop.
It was.
You feel me? It was hip hop. It was competition. It was like
you know what it
trying to push it to something new. You know?
You know what it reminded me of? Not necessarily, but have you heard of Hobson before?
Yeah.
Obviously, he did a lot more clowning. You were just more talking shit, but...
Well, I was talking real shit.
Yeah. But
like I was exposing a lot of rappers.
I like shit like that. Obviously, I'm from a whole different generation, but like, when I sit there and talk to like Weirdo and them, we've always like... It's always been like, man, we fuck with BOZO. Like, he be talking this shit, but you always show love type shit, you know what I'm saying?
You want to do the jelly in the bag while it's in there?
Well, can I do the jelly in the bag?
I mean, we could. You could do it in the bag I mean, I was just going to throw it in. But I think it's necessary to show love, you know?
For sure.
Like to the homies that are doing their thing, like, fool, you gotta recognize talent when you see it, dog.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? And Weirdo and them fools they could rap, fool. You feel what I mean? Like, they got their own style, fool. They got their own movement, you know what I mean? Like, he's not trying hard to fucking be gangster.
Yeah.
He's not trying hard to do shit, fool. You feel what I'm saying? So that comes with a lot of confidence and like the right upbringing, you feel what I'm saying? So you acknowledge that shit off top. Like I fuck with most of the young homies doing it right now. You feel me? Because I like the way that they're representing, dog. You know what I'm saying? And it's obvious, and even the shit you're doing, like the movie, it all translates and trickles down. You feel what I mean? Like when we had Capone and Lil Rob, like let's be real, dog. In LA, we weren't really bumping that shit. You feel me?
Well, to me, the word Chicano rap.
Yeah.
When I think about that. It wasn't even called that, like, because I grew up in downtown LA, and the only Mexicans I ever listened to growing up was Psycho around.
Yeah, of course,
And that was like...
And they were hip-hop.
And they were fucking... Even to this day, like, there's 40,000... I don't know, Andres grew up in Westlake, I grew up in Echo Park. Anybody that grew up in even that era, but I know they went a lot more worldwide, but, like, that shit was just hip-hop to us. I didn't find out they were Chicano until I got older, I guess.
Well, that's all we listened to. You
like
feel
that,
me? But listen though, dog, I mean, at the end of the day, it's almost like when you're called an essay, you know, outside of music, right? It's like, that's who you are, fool.
Yeah.
You inherit that shit by default, you feel me? So when you say, like, decline that title, it's almost like declining your culture, fool, you know what I'm saying? So, I embrace both.
No. I'm looking up. I'm amazed. I've never seen nobody do it before.
I embrace both sides of it. You feel what I'm saying? I embrace the hip hop side
and the Chicano rap.
Because I fuck with a lot of hip hop artists. You know what I mean? And I've studied hip hop. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of it. But I also embrace the Chicano side of it because that tells me that my community's proud. You know what I'm saying?
Or a little bigger.
Yeah, one with the handle.
And Chicano rappers did travel around the world touring, though. That's a fact. You know what I mean? From Japan to Brazil to Amsterdam.
I know, it's crazy how they took that culture. Well, they didn't take it, but
they adopted it. Yeah, they adopted it. Hell yeah. But I mean, it's in the fabric of gangster shit. You feel me?
Yeah. So
when it comes to the music, the movies, all that shit.
Inside, and that's jelly and the sausage.
Grape jelly and the sausages.
Grape jelly and the pork rinds.
And you just kind of let that. See, the hot water melts the jelly. The jelly combines with the pork rinds, and that's when you get your sweet and sour.
Do you need more?
Yeah, we're gonna go more right now.
Can you guys remember who made the best spread? Somebody you guys were locked up with? And it can't be somebody just from your hood. It gotta be somebody that you were like,
Well,
damn,
honestly, this last time when I did my 10 years, like, we were on lockdown so much, like, it was rare when we saw each other.
Yeah. Oh, for real?
Yeah, well, you gotta think, that was, when I went to prison this time was when...
It was one-man cells?
Arnold Schwarzenegger, no, it was two-man cells, but Arnold Schwarzenegger had done because there was too many fools in Cali locked up. So it was a state of emergency.
Oh, so that's when they started shipping food to Texas, Arizona?
Okay. Yeah, but when we were doing that, we were fighting for yards.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we were getting there, and then the Clippers and the Lakers were going at it on the yard to establish who was going to be dominant.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it was tricky. It was like...
Yeah.
Also, so it was hard too.
It was, we weren't... I went from La Palma to Red Rock to then Mississippi after. So I got bounced around from state to state.
Hey, and people don't know, but you guys drive to those states.
Yeah, 27 hours to Mississippi on a black box like this with the black box.
So I didn't know this. I'm thinking like the city of California, they're gonna be nice enough. Let's fly the homies out. Yeah. Let's fly everybody out that has to go.
No.
These food. 27 hours like this.
Yeah, 27 hours.
That's a different type of mental game.
Yeah, it's Tallahatchie.
With your ankles all the way up.
All the way up.
Done deal. And then.
And what happens if the food next to you got a shit?
You go with them. So they take the four that are attached together, and then we all go and line up while he shits, and then the hood will be like, you might as well get yours too while you're here. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to pee or shit right now, you know?
Bro, you have to train your body to do things
that
you didn't expect.
Well, the nerves, fool, you break out in hives because you don't stop for showers in those 27 hours. So your body, like the nerves and the stress and the heat, like you'll break out in hives, eh? Like a lot of fools get rashes and all kinds of weird shit from being in there.
What is that shit called? Scabies?
Scabies is county jail.
That's county jail.
Okay.
Well, in the county jail, you gotta understand, when you come into the intake, you're sitting with bums and crackheads nuts to butts, fool, on that bench. Yeah. You never been through intake in county jail?
No, motherfucker, I don't.
So there's long benches. There's like, I think like 12 of them.
They're long metal benches. They're about this wide, so you just sit on it.
Yeah, you straddle each other, fool.
And you slide all the way up to the front, and then the next man's gonna slide up, and then you know when he's behind you, because he's behind you.
He smells, fool, yeah.
Oh, and then it'd be like Skid Row food.
Yeah, all the fucking... all the worst of the worst, bro.
You see the next.
Yeah, you'll see the homies quick, like, Kyle, let's go together, you know?
Okay.
That's when you build bonds, you know what I mean?
I want your nuts on my back, not his.
Well, yeah. Well, before that, everybody's already in the little waiting tanks with the phones. Yeah. And fools are like, let me get a three-way, fool. I can't get Kyle way. You know, we're already like, you know, the process makes you.
The process makes you.
Yeah,
it opens up communication.
It makes you weed who's who and what's what. Homie might have clavo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got some weed, fool, and some tobacco and some other shit. Like, okay, I'm with you. I'm with you all the way. They fuck with you, they fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like. So you're already sizing all that shit up, you feel me?
Yeah. Ooh.
But it's all bonding. Is that enough or what? We need more. That shit's done right there.
We can do the other one.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Or leave it on.
Not that's enough, no?
Turn it off or leave it on?
Jelly,
we're gonna throw it in there.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I put too much.
Now you're good. Do it right here with. Just don't burn yourself.
I'm not.
I'm gonna let you do that shit.
I fuck it up. I get packed up.
Just don't go over the line of where the soup is at.
Okay. Right there.
Está bien, güey.
Right there, because it's going to suck it up.
Yeah, está bien. Yeah. And then you don't want to let your noodles cook for too long because you don't want to turn to mush. Yeah. You want them to have some substance. Yeah, soggy noodles, just might as well eat oatmeal. Might as well eat oatmeal, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how it be, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, it's nasty as fuck.
Nasty ass shit.
Yeah, and then we got to go with the work. You know, everywhere we go with the work.
Yeah.
So that's even more stressful. Your body's going through some stress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that sucks. Don't go to jail, kids.
And then you get there, like when I went to Mississippi, I didn't understand nothing that the guards were saying because they were talking in country slang.
Like Southern?
Yeah, Southern.
Hey, but you know what I heard? One of my boys, he was locked up in Mississippi. He said the Southern women love Latinos.
Yeah, they were all getting pregnant up there by the homies. The homies were having a gang of black babies over there.
And then he's like big old white.
It was love.
That was like big old white ladies. Yeah. Big old, she's like because it was new to see a whole new culture come.
Well, there's Mexicans, right? But they're not homies. You feel
and plus there's more like country.
Yeah, but country people are the shit.
Yeah. Whoa, like hospitality.
Fool, like super nice, super respectful. It's different in LA, fool. Way different.
Cause it's like your own people treating you like shit here.
I guess. Well, I don't know what it is, but Southern blacks are just the shit, fool. Like they're just nicer and more.
Well, that's how it is in Texas. Like when we have comedy shows, even with like white, black, Asians, the people's vibe is more welcoming.
Yeah.
Like when I go to Texas and we have a comedy show, right away somebody wants to take me to the house after and barbecue for me. And I'm like, wait, you just met me, motherfucker. But it's just their way of just like appreciating you, telling you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, embracing you and showing you that love. Yeah, that's the shit. That's the thing that's the dope shit about traveling, you know?
Yeah.
You get to see all kinds of like I did a show in Kansas this last October, and it was open carry in that bitch.
So fools act right.
And I'm on stage and everybody got sticks. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like somebody set me up. The other side of the car.
Everybody's about to perform like with their gun. Yeah, Bozo. Damn.
It's open carry, and it wasn't like where they booked security. It was a boogie. You feel me? I didn't know. I charged my fee and I pulled up. They flew me out, all that.
Well, the first time I went to Texas, and I got scooped up in a big ass pickup truck by the homie. Shout out to the homie Doman. And he was driving around drinking a beer with his big ass gun. And I'm like, hey, fool, you drive around normal? And I totally forgot. I knew it was an open state, but he's like, bro, he's like, the cops don't act up here. He's like, cause we got it too.
Yeah.
He's like, this is
well,
Texas.
that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How would you feel about open carry in California?
We need it. We need it. We need it, fool. We need it because it's the equalizer, like back in the Western days, the great equalizer. That's why they call it the peacemaker. It made peace, fool.
When did they call it that?
That's the original name of it, the peacemaker.
The gun?
Yeah, the peacemaker is the original name of it.
Colt?
Nah.
Colt?
Yeah.
Sam Colt? Yeah.
It's called the peacemaker, fool.
Peacemaker.
That's why it was called that, because nobody wanted pedo unless they were willing to die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think,
Gun brought peace, bro. It was.
Yeah.
That is all discussion.
Well, that's why Canada don't want to go to war with us, fool, because their citizens don't have guns.
Oh, in Canada.
We could conquer Canada, just send our civilians out there. Palabra. We don't even need military. Our military can chill. We could just send our gente. Like, who wants to go over there? Eh? Their military is 100,000 deep to ours, like, I don't know, 2.5 million or some shit.
Their military is 100,000 deep.
Yeah.
They are really nice people.
Yeah.
But then we're gonna miss on Canadian bacon. Like, maybe we should just leave them alone.
Man, that shit.
Bro, if we conquer that shit,
we can take that shit.
Fool, if we conquer Canada, like, food are gonna get sick. Food ain't used to the cold like that. Damn, that looks good as shit.
Fools will get used to it though. Man, what don't Mexicans fucking get used to it, fool?
What
you know
is
what I'm saying?
You're right.
Gang of Mexicans in Minnesota, fucking Michigan, all that shit.
So, we just had a show in fucking Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Damn, I made a mess like a mother.
And that shit was the craziest shit, seeing Mexicans like that.
Where at?
In fucking Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, yeah. Gang of raza.
And I'm like, what the fuck? What do you guys do here for fun?
They drink, barbecue, hunt. Yeah, fool. My family's in Kansas. That's all they do is hunt. They got all the outdoor vehicles, fool. They left the hood and said, fuck that, never coming back.
You know what's crazy? That being raised in the city, like, I don't think I could. I mean, I've thought about like living like just a little more out the way, but completely to move to like where there's nothing. I don't think I'll be able to.
But you think that now, 10 years from now, you're gonna want that more than anything.
45 minutes an hour is still cool, but you're telling me I gotta move to fucking like buttfuck somewhere? Like, I don't know.
It's a different lifestyle, fool. But at some point, like, you might be there, bro. You just don't know. You might just be over this shit.
Go with the fam there.
Well, dog, think about it. If I go back 15 years, LA isn't the same that what I grew up in.
Yeah.
The LA that I grew up in ain't the same right now. There wasn't fucking meth heads everywhere, fool, fentanyl heads everywhere. The other day I'm by his pad, fool.
Narcans everywhere, like.
Yeah, and he lives in a nice area.
Yeah,
My boy done moved. You know what I mean? He made it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I go to his pad and I pull up to the liquor store, fool. And some little gabachita comes out. Swear to God, fool. My kid's all right there. I'm sitting shotgun and she just came out, fool, dropped her shit and started taking the shit. And I look at her and I'm like, hey, baby, you can't do that. And then she snapped out of it for a second, looked at me and was like, looked at my kids and me and was like, oh, my bad. And I was like, I'd be wrong if I beat the shit out of you right now, wouldn't I? And she was like, I'm sorry. And then she took off. But then it was like, damn, like we live in this.
Yeah,
these are $1 million homes right here.
Well, you know, I saw the influx because I grew up in Echo Park. So when the homelessness got real bad, the park took over. And I remember one time my brother-in-law and them had to be some fool because the kids are right there playing. Obviously, we're not fucking with the homeless, like whatever's going on. But and then that fool just starts peeing right there, like, hey, fool, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So,
and if you pistol whip them, you're in the wrong.
Yeah.
It's like right here, dog. Let's say you want to add a room in the back. right?
Yeah.
The city will come, knock on your door, find the fuck out of you, and force you to take it down. But a homeless motherfucker can do a 2-story fucking shed on the same block, fool. And they're telling them, hey, we got free meals over here, fool, don't trip. So our politics and our representatives are just asshole backwards, fool. Because we don't vote for people based on their merit. We vote on people based on
popularity.
How popular they are, fool. And how
are you a fan of Newsom or no?
Fuck no. If I caught Newsom on the streets, I'd probably go back to jail. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Newsom, the reflections of BOZO do not reflect
this. It's facts, dog.
That fool's a wobbler, fool.
Wobbler's an understatement. That fool's that fool on the yard that sends you to go pick up a gram under his name, slams it with you, and then when it's time to pay up, says, I never send them.
Yeah.
And then you get, and then he's conversating with the other little homies. Like, we need to whack that fool. He got some glove under my name. You know what I'm saying? That's who he is. He's a scandalous piece of shit, fool. Like,
okay, so if he's scandalous, then you must think Karen Bass is way more scandalous.
Karen Bass was only voted because she was a black female, fool. And it was about what the news make look good, fool. Mm-hmm. She didn't have the merit to ever be in office, dog. You know what I'm saying? She was like on some socialist shit before she did this. You know what I'm saying? So she's not somebody with the history to run our community, dog. You know what I mean?
But did you see the shit where when the fires were going on?
Yeah.
And they were
she was in Ghana.
No, when she came back, she was just standing at the, you know when you're going into the flight? And she's just like.
It's like when you steal something. And they're like, hey, you ain't paid for that shit. You're like, the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bitch act like she stole something.
Yeah, that shit.
She don't want to hear it, dog. That's just crazy, dog. That, you know, but that comes with stroking the ego of our elected, you know, people that we put into office. Like, we hype them up too much like they're celebrities. And they're our employees, so it's our tax money. You know what I'm saying?
No, this is great. I know what I'm saying. That's what I love this conversation.
So at the end of the day, it's like,
well, you know what? Maybe American Cholo should run for mayor.
Maybe he should. I mean,
would you vote for him based on what you know about him right now? Everything you know about Gil, would you vote for Gil?
Well, I know Gil, you know what I'm saying? So I would vote for Gil. You know what I'm saying?
You're fucking full of shit.
I would vote for Gil. I'm gonna tell you why, dog. I'm gonna tell you why.
Gil's a crash out.
Well, what's wrong with that?
A lot of things.
Nah, fool. People need to get boo-bop sometimes, fool.
No, but Gil is a crash out.
He be wilding out. I mean, hey, dog. He's frustrated. You know what I'm saying? The homie.
I saw Gil. If I saw Gil at the movie premiere, and I was with my mom and shit, I was like, hey, mom, he's the one that tried to get me my ass beat. And Gil was like, nah,
oh, yeah. That's good you did that. That's good. Mama, listen, wait.
My mom, you know I mean? That was my mom's age. My mom was like, what the fuck?
Damn, that's funny, fool. Oh, that's perfect, right?
Oh, so you have the chips right there?
Yeah, because it's going to soak up the water. The thing is that if there's too much water in there, use this to soak it up. Then you add this to give it the sweet texture, the flavor.
Okay.
Chip out on this, fool. The last time when I was fighting life this last time,
yeah,
I get to Supermax, and I had already been busted a while, and I see this fool. But the chances of you catching the homie
from your own hood,
from my own hood is rare, right?
Yeah.
No.
So I'm sitting outside, fool, and I'm like,
mind you, there's 10 people. It's him and 10 other people.
Yeah, it's me and 10 other people.
There's like 3 whites, 2 blacks, an Asian, and who knows what.
Yeah. And it's him and Stalker. Stalker's there too.
My homeboy,
my other homie Stalker.
He's in the pod, but I'm the one with only one bunk open.
Oh, Stalker from your hood or
my homeboy? My homeboy.
Oh, so you already had just one homie with you?
Yeah, but in the pod, like we weren't in the same cell. You know, my cell, I had one bed open, and I get up, and I'm like, because sometimes it's cool to read at night because there's quiet.
Because all the smokers ain't yelling out the door and shit.
The doors and shit. So I'm reading my book and I'm drinking my coffee and I turn around and I look because I see movement and I see this fool. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen, you know what I mean? We hadn't chilled in a minute because like he's fighting his case.
I had to really bust for like a year. I fought my year 10 months this last time in county. Yeah, dude.
No, but the crazy thing was that out of all those people that could have came into that cell, he landed him. They picked his name. Like it's crazy. Like those.
It's random.
Those
Yeah.
don't get, my boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
by the way, you're like, come here.
No.
And I'm leaving the next day upstate though. I'm already sentenced. I already had 18 years at that moment.
18 years, yeah.
So I was gone. I'm like, hey, Dick, I'm gone.
I won't see him for
like I'm not gonna see you for fucking who knows.
Yeah.
Fuck, over a decade, you know?
Did you guys stay up all night talking?
Yeah.
About like all types of shit.
Well, I was already rapping, fool, so I had like a gang of fan mail and like a gang of bitches writing me, you know? Like, so I was like sharing with him like hookups and hey, fool, you know?
This will show me a manila envelope.
What does that mean?
The nudes, the pictures.
Oh, yeah, horny, yeah.
I used to get them, a gang on and shit. So I'd be like, here, I already jacked off.
Come on, this side, to the camera.
I already jacked off to all these bitches. Like, do your shit. Right? I mean, I already ran
my sister.
I already ran through these motherfuckers.
This is a case of soups right here. This is a fucking jar of Folgers. Like, all that shit.
Well, that's all I could leave them. At that point, I didn't have no store. I had already gave it all up, you know?
Yeah. Oh, because you can't take it with you.
No, the night before, like, they take you to West Side to catch transportation, you know?
Yeah.
They separate you. So,
No, we got to spend the night. We chilled until all the way until they had to call his name like 6-8 hours later to shackle up.
And obviously now you guys are out, but at that moment you're like, damn, I'm never gonna see this fool again.
yeah, at that point, yeah.
Well, because people don't know, but like,
and I was fighting a life sentence. So like at the same time.
Oh, so you fools were both just
we're both fighting like,
both fighting like, yeah.
You fools ready to crash out? Fuck it, it is what it is.
But we were crashing out.
Yeah.
We were whacking fools and getting whacked and all that shit right there. We're going at war with the. We're going at war with the Hooters at the time. We had to fight for Twin Towers. We had to go to war with the guards for Twin Towers at that time. We opened it up. Before that, it was all like PC. So when they put the main line in there, some shit happened where the guards touched the wrong homie, you know?
Yeah.
And then word came back like it's on with all these motherfuckers.
Yeah. Smashing out Hooters.
Smashing out Hooters, yeah.
For little white boys, I think they want to be served just getting packed out by BOZO.
No, but it was.
Why does he get first? Who usually gets first? The fool that put the most?
The food that cooked?
No, you just let it sit for like about 2 more minutes.
For a little bit.
Let it bake.
Oh, so this was just for extra, just in case.
For you, fool.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll keep him here.
But yeah, fucking hard time thugging, fool, you know?
Damn, that is a whack feeling. Like, hey, fool, you know.
No, there's days where me and him will be sitting like on our porch now with his
Well, 'cause,
dogs,
yeah.
his dogs chilling right there, our kids playing, and I'm like,
But we're hood rich, fool.
You know what I'm saying?
We're
I'm like,
hood rich,
Did
you
you
know?
ever see this coming? And he's like, hell no. Like, you know what I mean? We had, not that we had surrendered, but we already knew what our fate was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, the fucking, I got the judge looking at me 25 with an hour, you know?
Well, you got the record deal you want, you got the cars you want, you got the money you want, you still fuck it off. And that was me. That's why I tell Lefty all the time, like, hey, Dick, don't think you can't fuck this off, fool. You know what I mean? Like, I tell my boys all the time, like, hey, wait, trucha, wait, the soon as it came, the soon as it go, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you're gonna be regretting it, you know what I mean?
Fuck.
It's not about talent no more. Now you gotta punk all the rappers when you get out of jail to catch a buzz. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not about talent no more, you feel me? So, but I tell the homies all the time, like, man, stay on your money chase, cause this shit's for the birds. And now prison's worse. Cause when we went, they didn't have 50-50 yards. But we rolled so many fools up, they had to make 50-50 yards. You know what I'm saying? We're removing so much trash, fool, like they had to give them yards.
Fuck.
Those removals all the time, fool. And fools are fucking volunteering.
So you got the bottle brand called PROCLUB. PROCLUB, these are my buddies, some of my best friends. They keep me fresh, they keep me comfort, and they keep me styled. You know what I mean? I love PROCLUB so much. My girl one time was like, stop wearing PROCLUB, and I left her, and I loved it very much, but I love PROCLUB even more. So make sure you guys love PROCLUB as well. You know what I'm saying? These are a couple options they have on their website. It's fashion, style, streetwear, simple and plain, but it'll get the ladies, the fellas. So if you're a guy, a girl, a young boy, a young girl, a tia, a tío, grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, side bitch, side man, a Sancho, a Sancha. Make sure you get your other significant, your friend, your best friend, your brother, your sister, some PROCLUB. You know why? Because PROCLUB takes care of its people. They take care of me, they take care of you, and they're going to take care of everybody around you. And I'm not even lying, fool. I'm not even lying, fool. Last time one of the homies was feeling bad about us at PROCLUB, guess what? That fool was feeling better, fool. He was feeling so much better. He's like, hey, give me more. Here's the website, go get some.
Yeah, no, and Bozo's right, cause like I was 19 when I caught my first attempt in it.
This fool is fine death penalty on that motherfucker for a big
How? 3 years after my 18th birthday.
This fool shot out the cops, fool, in my hood, cause they came dressed like gangbangers.
I just put the K
was
to rip my arm. I remember getting into a home tech, my boxers were shredded.
Well, they came. They were.
Also, you shot the Huda because you thought they were rifles.
Well, they were coming dressed like that to the block, to Haney Street, to our block. They were coming undercover, fool, and they pulled up on this from other home, and these fools opened up on them.
But.
That was had a tech and a
Yeah.
9. They had 7-block radius surrounded.
Yeah.
But what's the law behind that? Is that like kind of like attempted like setting you
Oh
up?
no, because my homeboy Dopey at the time, rest in peace, was on Alex Most Wanted.
Yeah.
They were looking for him.
Yeah.
So they were undercover looking for
He
him.
had shot a state trooper.
Yeah.
Also, you were just shit out of luck kicking it that day.
Well, he was road dog. That was their road
Hey,
dogs.
I had a bottle of fucking 1800.
The homie was just kicking it,
I had a
bro.
bottle of 1800. It was my birthday and I just got dropped off, bro. Like,
So you want to zoom in on this real quick? See how it look? It looked kind of like Chinese food.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Look, it has the
I can see
orange-
what you mean.
It has the orange chick. Do you have a bigger spoon like a?
Yeah, I might have a. Let me see.
But yeah, that's true story. These motherfuckers, they were up all night off that good. That's when the meth was good, ladies and gentlemen. There was a point in history when meth was bomb.
Yeah.
Don't let these people lie to you, dog. Don't let these toothless motherfuckers out here lie to you, tell you that it was always bad shit. That shit was
I
good.
ain't gonna lie. For that is true, cause my dad did cool meth.
I'm gonna let you try it real quick before you pop
Yeah, but
off.
my dad did cool meth. That fool wasn't like a super until the end when he just completely lost it. But other than that, he was pretty functional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there were shit. You had mailmen that were meth heads.
You have businessmen that are meth heads right now.
Yeah.
I like this more than the sandwich.
Smacking, no?
Hell yeah.
Smacking. I think it's smacking. I'm gonna let the homies try it. Your boys right here.
It's way better than the sandwich. Sorry to the homie demo. He made it the sandwich. I was like, damn.
And he was pumped up about it. What happened?
Yeah. Muslim, he's Muslim.
You Muslim?
Yeah.
Let me find out you're trying to bomb some shit, fool.
What the fuck?
I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? But,
Let me tell you this feeds a gang of motherfuckers.
we're missing a sriracha too.
Oh, yeah, let me know.
This sriracha's not the same from a year ago, huh? They fucked it up, huh? Because a stupid ass Newsom too, bitch ass fool.
Oh, the little red.
Made them move to Texas. He's an asshole, dog. See, we can't even have real sriracha with him.
Yeah.
It's good.
But
But in jail, fool, think about it too. In jail, you're like, man, this shit's smacking. You know what I mean? Everything tastes better in jail. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna put that camera down and come try it. Real quick. Yeah, this is really good. Yeah, I like this way more than the one the homie demo made. I'm gonna call him and flex on his bitch ass.
I think it's different. You know what I mean?
The little sausages are fire too.
trust me, we have to go find.
We have to go all over, fool.
Demo, look. We just made orange chicken, prison style, baby. With the homie Bozo, look. The homie Bozo, this is the homie demo.
¿Qué onda, perreo?
Look, fool. Yeah. This was way better than your man with fucking hooker. Fuck you, lame. What a lame, huh?
It's fine, it's fine. You don't want to master jail food. That means you've been there too long.
Well, look, I make the sandwich with the hash brown.
See, when we made that, it was good food, but it seemed like a lot. It was just too heavy.
You get the least potato chips, smash them, add the water, flatten them out, make your hash brown. You gotta get the Ritz crackers.
It's because
make
some people
that,
just overdo it,
make
fool.
this, yeah.
Throw organic condiments in, you know?
Just to make shit look cool.
Yeah. Like, this is simple. Chicharrones, fucking sausages, hot fries, and that's it.
That's too bad you can't have none, Mom. Let me see, Mom. Mo, are you saying that pork looks good? I'm just kidding, Mo.
He's lucky.
So, Bozo, obviously you're known for talking shit, but you also make good music. What you got going on? What you working on? All that, brother.
I dropped album with OTR.
How was that?
Man, I love OTR, man. Shout out to Solis. Shout out to all the homies on the team. It's fucking dope, fool. And I've been signed to other,
Yeah.
labels and supposedly labels owned by homies and shit. And it's like, fuck no, fool. Like, Solis throws you alley-oops even when you don't expect them. You feel what I'm saying? When they're not scheduled, you know what I mean? Gives you opportunities to, you know what I mean, sit at the table with anybody and everybody, you know?
Yeah.
And like for me, he treats me individually as my own artist, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm probably the only older fool, you know what I'm saying? I'm the only intellectually sound one at this point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he opens up bigger doors. Like I just had a blog with Tommy G. Tommy G?
I know. I was gonna ask you about that. So He's kind of he's scandalous. Like his videos are crazy.
Yeah. No, he's controversial. No, or scandalous?
No. I just think he's other.
It's a wild way.
It's a wild. It's very entertaining.
Yeah.
But I feel like some of these places let him in too much.
But that's like the no jumper thing, you know? It's like it's on you what you do with the person that comes to vlog you. Like, I'm not gonna take them to my hood and expose all the secrets to my barrio.
Yeah.
For entertainment purposes, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way I'm gonna sit down on the block.
Take him to your enemies hood.
And catch a Rico. I'm not gonna go on no block and catch a Rico. You crazy as fuck. That shit is diabolical fucking behavior, dog. Like, how fools are doing that shit and then blaming the host. It's like, fool. You don't blame the gun for killing somebody. You blame the motherfucker squeezing that bitch.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But I didn't have a blog like that. You know, we had a blog about financial literacy. So he sat me down with a billionaire, Clark Bailey, you know? And we sat down and we talked about possibly us creating our own curriculum to give people in the community opportunities, dog. You know what I mean?
Thank you, by the way. This shit was good for him. I don't know.
To have 6-figure salaries and have their own, you know what I mean? Have financial advantages, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because I'm heavy on that shit, that's gonna be one of my next moves. One of my next moves to create my own curriculum for and open my own nonprofit to give homies opportunities, you know what I mean? Because that's what I believe. Look, dog, I don't believe in nothing else, but it's about finances, bro.
Yeah.
When you broke, you think broke, you act broke. There's nothing more dangerous than a broke motherfucker with a gun. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that if you change people's life financially, everything changes from there. You know what I mean? And the ones that don't change, then you know.
Yeah, because they'd rather see a rich motherfucker in jail.
You don't.
Yeah.
You fucking don't. And I've been in jail a lot. You know what I'm saying? You really don't, dog. I mean, really, really rich. You feel what I'm saying? There's hood rich motherfuckers there, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But I get what you're saying. Like,
you know what I mean?
like wealthy.
Yeah, wealthy.
Rich,
wealthy.
Rich can mean temporarily.
Generational wealth creates a lot of etiquette, creates a lot of class for your family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when your kid, my kids, fool, they think we're rich, fool.
Yeah.
I'm the only dad that pulls up an exotic car to pick them up from school. So my kids fucking already think they're rich and they act different, dog, you know? And that's goals for me, you feel what I'm saying? Letting them know, like, we're blessed, we're not arrogant, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everything we got is through hard work. They've seen me do 9-to-5s to sign 6-figure record deals. They've seen me do it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I believe is important, you know what I'm saying? So that's the type of vlog I did with him, you see what I'm saying?
And how was it sitting in front of a billionaire? I don't know a billionaire.
It was dope.
It was dope
because we're the same. His bank account's just bigger than mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if anything, I see myself in him and he sees himself in me.
Was that for nice?
Nice as fuck. Bought us lunch. He's sending me a care package, all kinds of shit.
Do you think he misses the more simplicity life?
Yes, he does.
He does, right?
Because as we're talking, he was like, I don't know nothing about what you're talking about.
And what was that? Oh, I mean, shit, we'll save it for that vlog. But It was
insight to our community, dog.
Yeah.
And how we're living and why we're living the way we're living.
And that fool was missing the simplicity?
Yeah, well, he doesn't live in our circle, dog. He flew a chopper to meet me. He didn't do traffic. Palabra, güey.
No, I believe it.
I'm like, how was traffic? Oh, I don't do traffic, son. I flew my chopper down here to downtown.
White man, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he owned private colleges. He had his own curriculum too at one point. So we're the same visionary, I'm just, at this
brown
starting point. Yeah, and I'm brown tatted and I've been through some shit,
So this fool, and how did Tommy G, how did the conversation come about?
It was just I don't know.
When I saw it,
I had 2 days advance, fool, honestly.
Well, when I saw it, I was like, obviously, I know you know better than, not that you know better, but you're obviously not gonna go do the fucking super wild land and shit. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be dope. I'm excited for it. Because I know how you can articulate yourself.
Yeah.
And he's very articulate. Like Tommy G's not no dumb motherfucker.
No.
It's easy to hold the camera and be like, do whatever you guys do when I'm not here.
Yeah.
But he sits there.
Yeah.
Have you seen when he broke down? Did you ever watch the shit where he broke down and fucking that the whole mayor scandal in that little town in Chicago?
That's when I started following him.
That shit right there.
The original one and then the second part too.
Yes.
And I was like, damn, this.
He broke down the whole and Dayton, Dalton. Was it Dalton?
Yeah, Dalton County.
So just to break it down a little bit, there was a mayor, a lady that was
corrupt mayor.
A corrupt mayor. She was walking around, fool,
like
with SUVs, like the president. And everybody was like, "Where's our money going?"
Yeah.
And that fool Tommy. Well, people were already interested. People were already wondering, but Tommy G went to go do a whole. Tommy G exposed her.
Yeah.
And she had a.
It was like a movie, bro. She had henchmen, all that shit. her own private skate parks and you name it, fool. Her hair, like $5,000 bills a month on hair.
Yeah, fool. She
was
bought
killing it young too.
Tahoes. What did they say? Tahoes that she bought Tahoes.
Yeah, Tahoes. Yeah, brand new Tahoes.
And then when it came to voting on the second one, she was confident. She went in there. She wanted to go vote. All this type of shit, fool. Like whatever. And then when it came to the end, she lost. And when you go to her
party or something,
her party was empty and she was gone. She went MIA.
Yeah. Well, the feds are auditing her too right now behind all that corrupt spending. So he's dope, but that's what I like is the freelance media. You feel me? Like because I believe that's the future. Like I've always told you, you're the future, fool.
I know, you
guys are the future. Like the people that aren't suppressed by corporate money, dog, because you don't need it.
Yeah.
You guys eat off of organic money.
Yeah.
So when there's no leverage, dog, you have freedom. That's why I've been able to diss and run through any motherfucker I wanted because at the end of the day, I didn't depend on my fucking advance. I didn't depend on my record deal advance. I depended on myself. You know what I mean? I funded my own shit always.
I've always admired that about you talking about having careers.
Yeah, got to.
Yeah.
There has to be a title. This ain't the days no more when you can show up to a job and move up the ladder. Because companies now have figured out that it's not financially sound to give you a pension. So they'll let you work right before you earn a pension and get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now you got to come in with a title so that you get paid for what you execute strictly, and that's that. And therefore you have leverage and you can maneuver however you want.
Yeah.
And nowadays it's not about staying with one company 10 years. You stay with one company 2 years, because you got to wager almost like record deals or NFL contracts. Every couple of seasons, dog, you got to renegotiate with somebody. You don't give me what I want, I'm gone. And your resume speaks for itself. You know that.
Yeah.
The more you do,
100%,
the more you do, the more you leverage.
Well,
you
it's like that with comedy clubs.
Exactly.
When I first started, they were only giving me a Wednesday or a Thursday. Yeah. And then we come back a year later and we have 20 plus sold out shows all over the country. Well, now I want the whole weekend. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So union money's good money too.
Yeah.
That's important. You know, unions are good for our people.
Look, right out of high school, I went to trade tech for 1 day for electricity. And I said, fuck this. Thank God this ended up working out.
Yeah,
but if it didn't,
up right now.
I would have been up.
You would have been up.
I would have been up. Especially
how old are you right now? 22, right?
25. I just turned 25.
Damn, you'd be up right now. You'd be journeyman money right now. My cousin, fool.
What do you mean journeyman? What
journeyman is the top. That's 5 years in the union do electrical. My cousin right now is making $9 an hour, fool. 10 minutes away from his house.
$90 an hour?
$9. He's the head maintenance guy at Twin Towers.
He don't do shit.
Well, he runs the job site. I mean, he does do shit. But what it is this. Fool, it's like he knows the ins and outs.
He's done with the hard labor.
Yeah,
he's done with the hard labor.
Delegating. Hey, this fool knows what he's doing. Go do that. This will do it. We need this material. It's basic shit, homie.
Yeah.
And he's $9 an hour. Come on, bro. That's bread.
No, fool, trust me.
That's bread. That's bread.
Let's say he does an 8-hour shift.
And wait till they stop taxing our overtime, which is gonna go through.
You probably don't even gotta be there the whole 8 hours.
Exactly.
Let's just say he does.
If he doesn't want.
He gets paid full day regardless, but he
what salary now?
Yes. Yeah. But that's the
$720 a day.
That's the type of shit that we need to.
$720.
Even if you're making half of that.
Let's
say you're at 50, fool. That's bread.
No. Well. I always tell people this. I'm glad this worked out for me.
Yeah.
But I always tell people because there was an inflection of everybody wanted to do the online social media shit. It's not for everybody.
I saw that shit too.
And
I've been out for the gang of blogging spots.
And for even with music, right?
Yeah.
Like all this shit.
Oh man, there's too many rappers right now.
And then I always tell fools, it's always good to have a backup.
Many. Yeah.
Because it's like this. Shit, man. One person I admire is the homie Denner and P. They both work. The homie Denner works in a fencing in a big company.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're part union, sometimes it's private. So when they do get hired, that's what they're fencing for the LAPD shit.
So he's doing on prevailing wages.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. That's the shit, bro. He'll go from getting paid really good on his regular sites, but then they go to LAPD and they get paid $70 an hour now.
Yeah. That's real life shit. That's common as fuck.
And that's how he funds his clothing brand, the None of Sun brand. Yeah. But what I'm saying is they have a backup in case.
Yeah.
Because not everybody
you gotta have that. You gotta have that. Because when you don't have that, that's when you jeopardize your integrity. You know what I'm saying? When you put all your eggs in one basket, look, dog, let's say you have an enemy, fool. And you know that he only has one kickback spot. How hard is it to kill that fool? It's not. So it's the same shit with business. The more spots you have, the more places to make income. Nobody can really take nothing from you, dog. I have multiple streams of income. Right now, go invest in stocks. The tariffs are dropping shit. Buy it right now while it's cheap. That shit about to boom. Thank me later. Trust me when I tell you that right now.
I've never liked the whole looking down at people for what because they work. That shit blows my mind to this day. How motherfuckers think it's weird to work. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, while I was doing this shit, I was still working at Polo Loco. And I'm like, so the motherfuckers be embarrassed to work. I'll be like, fool, sometimes you need that. That's it, but it just blows my mind how it's look like that.
Bro, I went from $17 an hour to getting a union job, benefits, and all set.
Yeah, we were doing bad.
And it's not even just you, right? Bad. No, but think about it. It's not even just your kids.
Getting up at 2 in the morning, my boy, to get to the grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should see his house, what he lives in.
No, I know. He was telling me the city he lives in. I already knew how to. I was like, that's right, my boy.
My boy got a tunnel of trees when you come down his block. Like, there's no sun that beats.
Well, he even took it on the video.
I shot a video. I was like, damn, this shit's fly as fuck.
Need that.
You know what I mean?
The tunnel. Yeah.
It's dope, dog, and that's the shit that. But that's the shit that. And that's why I'm heavy on fools that make the corny ass comedy about cholos, fool. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
It didn't happen overnight.
Because they don't give motherfuckers hope, dog.
Yeah.
They're taking hope from motherfuckers. Like, they're implanting it in your brain that you're a stupid ass motherfucker in high socks all the time. You feel me? And it's always motherfuckers that ain't from that life doing that type of comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Would you be more understanding if it was somebody like that?
No,
like
not necessarily. I mean,
like hypothetically speaking, like somebody I really like is Young Beefs.
Oh yeah, that's the homie.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if he were to do a video like that, would you feel the same way?
Even if I didn't like it, I couldn't tell him shit though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got
even
you.
Even if I didn't like it, how am I gonna tell him anything? I can't tell the homie nothing. That he earned that. I'm asking as somebody that I'm looking at it content wise and shit like that. There's a way to do it, dog.
There's a way to do it.
Some fools just go out of fucking. They just be doing too much, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is what it is. There's a market for everything. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
Yeah, I've heard you be big on that. I've always heard you be big on that.
Well, it's exploitation, bro. People don't get it. Like, you're planting seeds in people's heads, and then they wonder why we're stereotyping, and they wonder why we're not giving opportunities. It's like if I sat here and made comedies of paisas all day, you're gonna tell me people ain't gonna rage over it?
For sure. I would rage over it.
Exactly.
Let's
say I made a skit where I'm fucking rolling down the block selling corn, and I get boo-bopped.
See, when you put it like that, what
the fuck? It's common sense, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And then I make a comedy like, come on, bro, like cut it out. Or the fact that I gotta do fucking 16-hour shifts to feed my family. You know what I mean? Out there in the sun, fucking corns on my feet, and
that sounds crazy.
But you could make skits of it. People can make. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
What if I made a skit about a stripper that fucking is boning an old dusty ass white man for $45 in the club?
That I would watch.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
But how can I stand up for mine? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But I
get what you're saying. No.
BOZO has it. Like,
I look at it.
That point. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, saying that point of view is exactly what it is that holds us back to an extent.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Because once you expand your mind and once you open up to the aspect of what it really is.
Yeah.
And that's why BOZO brings the truth.
I've heard you be big on Fools Gone Wild.
Yeah.
I've heard you express how you feel about it. But can you not lie and say some of the shit is funny?
Oh yeah. I think he's cleaned it up because see, dog. But this one thing, right? That if I would have never said anything, he wouldn't have cleaned it up.
So you think he cleaned it up?
I know he cleaned it up because of my voice. I know that for a fact. Because he stopped doing exactly what I mentioned.
And
was making fun of the homies when they're down and out on drugs, fool. Come on, fool. I have family members that are on the bus stop right now, dog.
Yeah.
Barefoot, lost their mind, fool. I have family members that died from overdoses, dog.
Yeah. No.
You know what I'm saying?
No, fool. Look, I get my thing.
Do you think addiction's an illness? Yes or no?
Is it an illness? Trying to think about
whether it's mental illness or physical illness. Do you think it's an illness or no?
I think sometimes people can't control it.
Okay, so it's an illness.
Okay,
when it's an illness, you can't control it.
Yeah.
Okay, so why can they make fun of people down now, but we can't make fun of Down syndrome kids? No,
Well, we
why
can.
You guys laughing,
no.
What the fuck?
No, fool.
I'm not talking
Bozo,
shit.
this is Bozo. This is my favorite thing about you.
Yeah.
I've always told you this. Yes or no?
Yeah, for sure.
I get, but fool. What? No, fool. Look, I'm understanding of all this conversation, but it's not that we can't do it.
By the way, you could sell this bowl in jail for like $200. Tell me I'm lying. These are rare. This shit right here.
I got mine.
Oh, this one's telling me. Okay, I got it. You guys clicked. I got it.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah. You feel
I get what you're saying.
like,
That was the most funniest shit ever. We're using hand soap and shit. Fuck it, I don't know where those.
It'll work. Don't worry. I gotta get back to my girl. I'll hear it.
Damn.
But that's all I'm saying. You feel me? It's like, come on, man. Give respect where respect's due.
Yeah.
Like they could say whatever they want about us cholos, but we're the only ones in the nation that clean house, dog. We don't do time with no sexual predators. We don't do time with no informants, with no snitches, none of that shit. Like that shit, you could say whatever you want, but you go do numbers at the hole right now. We're the only ones in the hole right now for removals on sexual offenders and people that prey on the weak, dog. You could say whatever you want. You feel what I'm saying? So what the fuck?
And also your point of view is different because you've been through what a lot haven't gone through. And I'm not saying people haven't been to jail, but the other different struggles between that.
Yeah, well, I've been homeless. I've been without parents. My mom died from cancer when I was a kid.
I remember you telling me.
I raised myself, you feel me? So
Yeah.
I've been there, done that. I was the only kid in the hood without no parents. These motherfuckers always had somewhere to go. I'd be at the park. You feel what I'm saying? And I'd lie to them. Well, I got somewhere to go, just not to bug them no more. Because I was tired of eating out of their pantries and fucking... You know, moms look at you sideways when that EBT starts running out because of BOZO. You know what I'm saying?
Now you go back and just like,
yeah, I got money now. What you need? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's different. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, dog. I mean, I've been there, done that. So I've been through the system, seen it all. Both sides, you know, being successful and being, you know what I mean, at the bottom. You feel me?
No, and to me, I've always said this, fool. Because I think what people don't like is when somebody doesn't agree with them.
For sure.
And my biggest thing, and I think the reason I've been successful is because you gotta let people be what the fuck they want to be and what they feel.
Yeah.
And what they think. Like I've always that's always been my biggest thing, and that's why when I podcast, I try not to do the conversation, the controversial shit. Not because I don't want to, it's because people don't know how to see other people's opinions.
Yeah, people know how to handle that.
And I'm gonna lie, I think as I got older, I mean, I just turned 25, but I'm like everything you were saying right now, like it just makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't have to agree with everything, but I get your point of view.
Yeah, and it's respect. It's all respect. I respect everybody's point of view. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
you've been very advocate about that.
But at the same time, I have the ability to.
Why can we make fun of crackheads but not Down syndrome?
Yeah, exactly.
That was the most craziest funny. That's funny, but I get it, fool. To be honest, I sometimes make fun of people that have Down syndrome. I never do. Never in my life. Never in my life. Say what you want about me. That's one thing I don't do, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's crazy though. But now you're kind of more of a fan of not necessarily the Funga Washer, but just the whole thing. I respect it. I respect him being able to take constructive criticism and doing what he does. Because that's what it was, right? It wasn't no ill intent. Well, listen, I voiced it a certain way because I know that's the only way that people listen. Yeah. You know what I mean? You gotta be strategic about how you deliver your messages, dog. I'm gonna tell you right now, every time I call BOZO, I'm like, what's up, grumpy old man? He goes like, what do you want? That's how our conversation starts. That's the way it is. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. But yeah, there's a way to deliver your message. You gotta be strategic and know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't rationalize with everybody. Some people you gotta do it by force and intimidation, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's what men are made for. You feel me? Yeah. I mean, I don't gotta fear you to respect you, but it does help. I've always heard you be big on that about like the whole man thing. Like, you've always been like an advocate about man should be man, and you know. Yeah. Well, if more men were men, we wouldn't have all these damaged women out here, and we wouldn't have all these young men with fucking emotional female tendencies. You know. You know what I mean? Men groom men. Hey, some of us are just Pisces. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But like, dude, no, you're not. That's not real. There's two sides to the Pisces. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta feed one more than the other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know which one that is. You feel what I mean? Yeah. So we can, you know, we can make excuses, but at the end of the day, dog, we gotta hold ourselves accountable more than anybody else can hold you accountable. I believe in like checking myself before anybody. Yeah. I've heard you always say that too. Hell yeah, shit. I'm hard on myself like a motherfucker. And I know you've always said your sisters were hard on you too. Hell yeah. Yeah, like they were very.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about my sister right now, because me and him are
Shout
like...
out her, man. She make which
Oh, yeah, Carla, Carla, the one that you know. Yeah,
Carla.
because we're at the pad, and she doesn't know what I want or what I need. I'm just like, I need you here at noon, and you're going to watch Noah and Nano, which is my son.
And my son.
And she's like, all right. And she's there on time, doesn't ask where we're going or what we're doing. It's just like, I got them, don't worry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For all she knows, we're gonna go whack somebody, but she don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's like, my brother needs me, I'm there, and that's just that. And dinner will be cooked when he comes home. You know what I mean? And the babies will be bathed. You need that though, but men need that in order to have the confidence to face what we face in this world. Men need that, dog. You know what I mean? Men, we are, we're not cold-hearted, ruthless. Like we're made for a reason. We need that encouragement. We need that nourishing, dog. They're like our water, dog. We're the plant.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, hey, props to the women too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Real women, though. Let me tell you this, dog. You don't walk prouder into a room than when you respect the woman that's standing next to you.
100%.
There it is there. So women need to observe that and acknowledge that.
Yeah, I think, I mean, if you pay attention to anything, I think there's, the percentage of single man with kids, and every homie, like all my homies that I know right now have some type of baby mama drama.
Yeah.
And what you're saying right now comes with that.
Yeah.
But I think being raised by women, like I was raised by a loving mother. And obviously you don't need that to still respect women. Like obviously his mom was there, but she passed away early on.
Yeah, of course.
But I've always understood the importance of them. Nobody fucking washes my clothes like my mom does.
No.
Nobody. Like I could go anywhere to eat right now, and they might put too much queso fresco.
Yeah.
The lady that raised me would know exactly how much I need, what I need, and how I want it.
Yeah.
But that's because, and now that I'm older, making money.
But that comes with caring.
That comes with, it comes with caring.
Fuck.
Yeah, she gives a fuck. But what I'm saying is like, obviously when I was younger, it just seemed like my mom was serving me. But now that I'm getting older, making money, I see the importance of seeing my mom. Like my mom was always very like rich on like royalty and loving herself. You know what I'm saying? She loves my dad. Obviously he was on drugs, but I didn't see my mom date till 8 years after my dad was gone forever. Like gone in a sense to where they were never gonna get back. He got lost in the sauce. He ended up, but my mom to this day goes put flowers on my dad, even though he broke her heart, left her with 4 kids, 4 badass kids, 3 girls, 1 boy. My mom still shows respect because I think that's what.
Well, people now, women now tell you that she was wrong, that she should have been on her own shit and gratified herself.
Yeah.
But you know what happened with that? What's in jeopardy of her doing that and being selfish? Her losing you.
Yeah. And you know what?
But real women know that. Real women know that, and real women understand that.
You know something my mom always preaches? She always told me that. I'm like, how come you never dated when we were younger? She's like, how am I gonna raise 4 kids and try to love some fool?
Exactly.
Like you guys
That's what I'm saying.
You guys were all
exactly what I'm saying.
Like and I've always when I got older, I was able to understand. Maybe if I was 15 and she brought some fool home, maybe me and the homie would have beat his ass.
Yeah.
And let's say she did love him. Now there's a gap between me and my mom.
You would have. Something would have happened.
Yeah, something would have happened.
At some point or some. Look, dog, my sister, when we're talking about, she's married 2 husbands. 2 husbands. One of them died from an accident, another one died from an overdose.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And she refuses to move on at this point. She's like, fuck it. I loved, I lived, and I'm raising my grandkids now. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? My mom, I've always been like, well, how come you waited so long? And just in general, she always talks about like, at the moment that the love of my life was gone, and I had to take care of what we had together, which I think was us. And then obviously when she got older, she see we could nurture ourselves.
Well, you're an extension of that love. You know what I'm saying? So it's not dead until all you motherfuckers are dead. Yeah. And you weren't, so but people will tell you that.
But that is missing. That is missing. I've always like.
Well, those are principles, dog. It's integrity. You feel what I'm saying? And it's missing everything in the aspect of what we're doing right now. So I like to be a voice of reason and bring that shit back. Because I think that there is a lot of people that want to hear it.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a lost art form. Like I tell motherfuckers, like, ain't nothing wrong with being a good little homie, fool. Like the good little homies are the ones that get all the doors open, everything given to them whenever they need it. You know what I'm saying? It's the ones that think they're too cool for school that I don't want to hang around with. I won't do shit for. I bought my homies cars before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I seen them needing the job and needing to get back and forth to work, you know? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hey... Everything comes with, you earn what you keep. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's dope. But, in the game, we're doing good, though. I think we're in a good place right now. with everything with the movement, you know?
For sure. I just think what I like seeing is like, obviously I don't rap, so it's just, you guys are fools in your own world, but seeing how everybody's kicking and vibing and getting along is like, I mean, behind doors, fools can feel how they feel about each other, but at least on camera, it don't look foolish.
Well, we've seen it all play out already for a long time.
Yeah, we've seen the bullshit already play out.
Yeah, we've seen the bullshit, so it doesn't work. The shift has turned, and it's in a positive way. Homies are touring independently right now.
Yeah.
And that's big, you feel what I'm saying? Lefty, look at Lefty. Cops had to stop him from doing Rolling Loud, you know?
Yeah, that was whack. I was there waiting for him.
As fuck. That's a lawsuit right there if you ask me. Because they picked him up just to let him out. The fuck was that? You would think if they're coming there like, oh, my boy ain't seeing light of day, right?
Yeah.
They got him and let him out. So obviously it wasn't that important. But they fucked off his bag or tried to fuck it off. Yeah. That's harassment, bro. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But we gonna be all right. You know, the label got something for that too, you know?
Yeah, for sure. That is fucked up. I know there were a lot of people waiting for him.
Hell yeah, there was a gang of people out there waiting. And investors are out there seeing who the people are waiting for.
I think even this Rolling Loud opened a lot of eyes for Jay.
Hell yeah. The homies did great.
And shout out Drex, Rowdy.
All the homies that pulled up did
shout out Drummer,
good
King.
homies, you know? Yeah.
Man, bro, seeing King Lil G, I wasn't there to see King Lil G perform, but I saw the performance.
Yeah.
I looked it up, and that shit was dope. I mean,
he
bro,
always kills it, fool. I've been on tour with that fool.
Well, people don't. Fool, that fool's a legend, fool.
He is.
Whether you like that fool or not, whatever.
He just shot me a track, by the way, a new one. So
yeah,
it's right here, sitting right here. You know what I mean? We got one coming. That's my brother, man. I love that fool.
Yeah, he's
dope.
It's
dope to see elegance in class, you know?
Yeah.
Personified. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's dope to see it in our in our culture. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, people won't give him.
I want to go to one of his white parties. King Lil G, can I come to your?
I'm gonna talk to him.
I've always heard about his Halloween parties.
I went to the last one. It wasn't a speakeasy. You know what that is? Like a club hidden inside of something.
You're so old. A speakeasy.
Speakeasy. That's not old, way.
No. For you said it like if it was two separate words. No, it's one word. Speakeasy.
Oh, isn't it?
You're saying speakeasy.
Speakeasy.
No, speakeasy.
Well, it wasn't a speakeasy.
There we go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was dope though. You know, we were in the cut.
Yeah.
Nobody knew we were there. It was dope as fuck.
Nice.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Because I heard there's some hoes there. I'm trying to go see some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, King. Shout out my boy.
Shout out King Lil G, man. Shout out Bozo. Shout out Spooky. Thank you for joining us, brother. I know you didn't have to. Oh shit, we didn't. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody, man. This shit was dope. I've never done nothing like this, and conversations that I've really rarely have on the channel were had today, and I'm hoping y'all love this shit. Let me know if y'all do, man. Make sure y'all go follow Bozo. His Spotify, his Apple Music.
Lifetime membership out right now. OTR Records.
You feel me? His Spotify, his Apple Music, his IG will be right here.
Everywhere.
I'm
everywhere.
For what's it called? Do you have one link for everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so just send me that.
Yeah.
Just press the link where it says Bozo and everything will pop out his Instagram, all that.
Yeah, I do.
Shout out Spooky. Shout out everybody, man. Shout out Latinos, Mexicans, Salvadorians, Guatemalans, Hondureños, and fuck it, even Cubans. We'll take y'all. We love you guys. That's been another episode with it's not even an episode because we never do this. But we made some spread today with Bozo, Spooky. We learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot more to come. Make sure y'all go tap in with Bozo because the music, it's not forever, but I know this motherfucker going to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you start a podcast soon. When you're done, I
want to do acting. I'm waiting on you to tell me when to come.
You already know. It's good.
That's it. Podcasting, I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
I could, but I don't want to, eh?
All this shit you talking and all the views you get other fools.
I know. I'm giving it to you guys. It's cool.
No, we love you guys. Another episode of Doing All. Bow.